Welford Road, the A51999, you turn left. You then about 3/4 of a mile and then you're in the nearest village, Welford. On your right hand side there is the Wharf Pub.
The story came from my crash and the events leading up to, during and after that. But the actual inspiration of wanting to talk about it in my solo came from being on to Sarah.
Sarah screams. Sarah screams louder than I've ever heard anyone scream before. I slam my brakes on, but I realise I'm not going to stop in time. I'm going to plough straight into the back of. I move over into the empty lane. I think that they surely must see me in their mirrors.
It's about a literal story I went through and still are going through. But I think in more general terms it talks about myself, because there isn't a character, there isn't a persona on stage. It is very much I am myself. I am performing, but I am performing as myself. So everything you see in there, not only the story, but my mannerisms, how I speak, how I go off on tangents, is very much myself.
When me and Sarah went to see Morrissey 25 live, not really. We went to see it at the Elflin Cinema in Northampton. But when he sang it, he did this flamboyant arm movement as he listed how the days of the week have killed him. I say to Sarah, you know, this is the best song to do an impression of Morrissey to.
I hope they enjoy it. I hope they connect with the story and can relate to it or empathise with it. But also I'm leaving it on the end point that if I was in my car in the crash, me and Sarah would have died. And I don't want to leave it as such a heavy, dark point as that, because I don't see it like that myself, but I want them to be left with this, not questioning mortality. On the 12th of July 2014, my car was in for its MOT. I wasn't in my car, I was in my dad's car. Initially started with almost an art installation sort of idea with my with my car inside a box with sentimental images and videos and so forth being projected on the outside. I got rid of this because I felt it wasn't going to work in the time limitations. I then moved to an idea of having the same projections of sentimental images being placed on flaps, and they're turning into my path. I'm now stuck between their car and a telegraph pole coming up on my right. For a second I think we're hitting the telegraph pole. If I hit the telegraph pole, the damage will be on my side, Sarah will be okay. We skid on the verge and we missed it. Come to it more determined earlier on, so I'm more prepared. But not so much myself, but I've got the case of when I first of all went and did it off the cuff. My talking about, my telling of the story lasted over half an hour. And in all honesty, I could have gone on longer than that. So what I would like to do would be perform the same piece, but with that half an hour. Broken hearted jubilee.